all the basic components. You know it. And that's why, like, sometimes when I just do like, when I make those noises, you can tell that you got a mistake and you correct it. Yeah. Okay, go to which surah are we going to do? Let's do Surah Quraysh. Let's do, well, no, we should do something. You're on Ghashia, and we did that last time, didn't we? Oh, no, you don't remember, really. He's just like, he's dazed out. Whatever you get, this guy right here, give him some coffee or something later, some tea, some breakfast. Did you have breakfast? Not yet. He needs breakfast. He needs breakfast. Okay, so let's see if we can do Surah Bayyina. Let's do Surah Bayyina. It's a, almost 3/4 of a page or what have you, half a page and some change. Surah Bayyina. Let's start actually at Surah Al-Qadr. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر. All right, she's found it. No, Al-Qadr. Go ahead, start reciting it. If you found it, recite.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Nir-Rajim. Again.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Nir-Rahim. We talked about this, right?
إنا
أنزل, because this is ikhfa, right? Start all over and connect everything. Connect everything. You can do it. قدر.
وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر.
Slow down. وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر.
وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر.
قدر. Yeah, the ra in this case has to fill up the mouth because the letter before it has a fatha or a, well, wait a second. This is a qalqala. Well, this is a problem. So you have the word qadr is spelled qaf, dal, and ra. But the dal belongs to what category? The echoing. So that's why, but right now it has a what? What's on top of the dal? A sukoon. So it has to echo. When you echo, you give it that little fatha, then it makes the ra to fill up the mouth. Qadr. Qadr. You have to mention the ra at the end. Qadr.
ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر.
خير من ألف شهر. خير من ألف شهر. خير من ألف شهر. Not من ألف شهر. من This is إظهار. This is the problem that you're having. إظهار. Why is it إظهار? Is a hamza coming after what? Nun sakin. So you have to make it clear. There's no nasal, there's no holding, there's no combination, there's no nothing. You have to make it extremely clear. Min alfi shahr. Don't say alfi shahr. No shadda. Alfi shahr. Yeah, make it easy. Isn't it easier that way than you putting shaddas anyway? To continue, he's a silly guy.
تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر.
Chop. Go back. Let it flow, okay? Just apply the elongations that are there. If elongation is not there, don't elongate. Go ahead.
تنزل الملائكة والروح
فيها. There's a ya after the fa.
فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر.
Now this is a ذال. بإذن ربهم. So بإذن ربهم من كل. Then إدغام ميم ساكن is there also. See, that's why it's said from this point to Surah An-Nas, you have about 85%, if not more, of tajweed rules alone. So if you learn this, and these videos are going on, where Surah Quraysh, we pointed everything out, and I did that with you all already. So here, we're going to try and do the whole Quran like that, where you point out all of it, but you should know based on, your notes from tajweed and everything like that. Go ahead. You finish? Or you want to read it? Okay.
So I should finish this one.
Yes.
ربهم
Min,
ربهم من كل عمل
do the line again from the beginning of the ayah. تنزل
تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها
والروح فيها
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 بإذن ربهم من كل عمل.
إخفاء من كل. You see the إخفاء rule? The noon is silent, and what came after it? So the rule is إخفاء. But you're making it sound clear or something. من كل. And it's light.
ربهم من كل عمل. سلام هي حتى.
سلام هي. This is what rule. Mun here is what rule.
That's a rule?
Yeah, mun here. What rule is that gonna be? Salamun here. Yes, sir. Any ideas? Mun here. Salamun here.
Oh.
Tanween. Okay. What is the rule of the tanween? Idhar. So make it clear. Don't nasal anything at all.
سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر.
مطلع. And ta belongs to what category? Echoing. Qalqala. Not echoing. Take English out sometimes. That's why we had the Arabic thing going on. And I don't even know why until now you haven't brought back your notes so you can proceed with that. Oh, your dad. I forgot. But go ahead. That's why nobody's proceeding. Okay. So that's why this is okay. Now you remind me. Thank you very much. Go ahead. You start. أعوذ بالله
من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر. ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر. تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها.
والروح. It's a ha. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, teacher.
والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل عمر. سلام هي
حتى. سلام هي حتى.
سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر.
Good. All right. Now, you read it well with tajweed. If you close the book, can you recite it the same? No, huh? No. See, this is the problem. Isn't this a big problem? Like, you can see what is right, what is wrong, but then you go and do something else. Isn't that wrong? Isn't that, I mean, be honest, right? Yeah. All right, go ahead. You start the next surah.
This one?
Bayyina, that's right.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين
حتى. It's a ha.
حتى تأتيهم البينة. رسول من الله يتلو صحفا.
Is it a sin or sad? Make it clear. Suhu, right?
صحفا مطهرة.
Go back. Go back. Start. رسول من الله.
رسول من الله يتلو صحفا.
Is it a sin? Sin dhamma is su. Is it a sword? Sword dhamma is su. So you have to say sword sound. You cannot give sin for sword.
Wait,
Su.
what did I say?
You said su.
It's su.
Su. Su
And it's su or
is su.
I said
You said su. And that's why for me to tell you what you said is a problem for me.
I said
Because I may wind up saying it later on myself. Right? But bottom line, you are saying it. So you know
I said
sword dhamma is what sound for you.
I said su.
No, just we don't want to know what you said. Now tell us what you're saying. Sword dhamma because su.
Su.
Okay. صحفا مطهرة.
صحفا مطهرة فيها كتب قيمة. كتب قيمة.
Now you got it, but do it again. فيها
فيها كتب قيمة.
كتب قيمة. Make sure the qaf.
قيمة.
قيمة.
قيمة. وما تفرق
The ra has a shadda.
وما
تفرق الذين تفرق الذين تفرق الذين تفرق
الذين أوتوا الكتاب
إلا من بعد. That's how you would stop it. بعد.
إلا من بعد.
Now just learn how to do correctly with the stop. Right? Because that was the first thing that was given to you. Dal is qalqala, it has a kasra, you stop. Illa min ba'd. Illa, then you want to correct. Right? So do it.
إلا من بعد.
إلا من بعد ما جاءتهم البينة.
إلا من بعد ما
إلا من بعد ما جاءتهم البينة.
إلا من بعد ما جاءتهم البينة. وما أمروا إلا ليعبدوا الله مخلصين له الدين
حنفاء
ويقيموا الصلاة
ويؤتوا الزكاة ويؤتوا الزكاة. Yep.
Does it not change into a ha?
But did you stop or did you continue? Yeah. So if you said zakata, were you stopping or were you continuing? So you got to be able to answer this. If she said that, was she stopping or was she continuing? You're supposed to continue. It only changes into a ha when you stop.
So I would say zakah.
Zakah. That's how it would happen when you stop. وَيُؤْتُ الزَّكَاةَ وَذَلِكَ. And it applies all throughout the Quran. This is the beauty of it. One rule that you apply in this section, in this lower end section, it applies all throughout. Just apply it. Just work. Just do the homework. You'll be fine. But you don't do it. The hardest class that you take in your regular school, you give your best with that homework, don't you? If you know a class is hard, what do you do with it? You study. This is the big one. Oh, I have to let them study. We know how it is, right? Right now, this is the most challenge and the most vital, the most important, the most crucial study that you're ever going to have, that anybody has ever had. Do you really think it's wise just to wait until the last minute and cram? It doesn't make any sense. And you should not want that, because if that's what you did with that class, that you were having a hard time, your parents would be called every other week for you to do your homework. You would go to the principal's office and be confined there to do your homework. Come on, be honest, right? Am I lying? No teacher, please. Okay, go ahead.
ويقيم الصلاة
ويؤتوا الزكاة وذلك دين القيمة. ويؤتوا الزكاة وذلك
وذلك دين القيمة إن الذين كفروا
من أهل ha, two different letters.
من
أهل. The ha comes from the chest, comes beyond the throat.
من
أهل
الكتاب والمشركين في نار جهنم
في نار
جهنم خالدين فيها.
Now when you stop at the word Jahannama, how do you stop there? في نار.
جهنم.
Correct. So do it correctly, okay? Stop starting. You have to do it correctly. Go ahead.
Wait, so should I stop or should I?
Just continue from where you left off.
في نار جهنم خالدين فيها أولئك هم شر البرية.
برية. There's a shadda.
برية.
إن
الذين
آمنوا
وعملوا الصالحات أولئك هم خير البرية.
Go ahead, you do that surah. Start beginning of the surah.
I'm not done.
It's okay. We just wanted the page. You're done with the page, didn't you? Yes.
I have 2 lines left.
Of the current page, the page that we started. Yeah, that page. Do you have 2 lines left of that page?
No.
How many lines do you have left of that page? Don't turn the page. Don't turn the page. How many lines do you have left of that page? Say none. None, teacher. None, teacher. Good. Go ahead. You start. Silly boy. Go ahead, read. Go ahead. أعوذ بالله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Pay attention. Look at where he's reading, not on his face. Look where he's reading. Put your finger there. Go ahead.
لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب.
من أهل. Make sure the Hamza is clear also.
من أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين.
Don't laugh as you're reciting. Astaghfirullah. منفكين. You stop.
منفكين حتى تأتي.
Go back.
والمشركين منفكين حتى.
منفكين. not منفا. منفكين.
منفكين حتى تأتيهم البينة. رسول من الله يتلو
صحفا مطهرة.
فيها كتب قيمة. وما تفرق الذين أوتوا الكتاب إلا من بعد ما جاءتهم البينة. بينة. وما أمروا إلا ليعبدوا الله مخلصين له الدين.
إلا ليعبدوا الله
مخلصين له الدين
حنفاء. This was حنفاء لله back in Surah Hajj. You see it? The same. This is how the page, the second page started. حنفاء, right? حنفاء
ويقيموا الصلاة ويؤتوا الزكاة وذلك دين القيمة. إن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين في نار جهنم
Don't stretch it.
في نار جهنم خالدين فيها أولئك هم شر البرية إن الذين آمنوا
Yeah, because this is clear. Is everything this is a throat sound. آمنوا إن الذين آمنوا
وعملوا الصالحات أولئك هم خير البرية.
You make a mistake, do it again. The mim sakin, pay attention. أولئك إن الذين
آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك هم خير البرية.
Make the meme clear. It's good, but make it clear. أولئك هم خير البرية.
أولئك هم
Don't combine the meme in the ha.
أولئك هم خير البرية.
That's better, okay. Or the ha and the kha. Go ahead. Now you can read your 2 lines, okay? Go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
No, go ahead.
جزاؤهم عند ربهم
جزاؤهم عند
ربهم جنات
عدن. What is the rule here? إخفاء. Apply the rule. Apply it. تجري من
تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه
رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه رضي الله
عنهم
ورضوا عنه
ذلك لمن خشي ربه
Go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم جزاؤهم عند ربهم جنات عدن تجري
من تحت إخفاء
من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا
رضي that's a dog رضي الله
عنهم ورضوا
عنه
ذلك لمن خشي ربه.
صدق الله العلي العظيم. Really important. Today's society encourages a lot of show off, entertainment, show off, entertain, show off. Show off what you did and be entertained about it. It's a trick. You get it? In school, when you finish your nicely done whatever, show it off, right? And then you show, I did this, yeah, right? So it goes all the way into the entertainment industry and how things are, like even in the corporate or wherever you go, medical, you get recognitions and all these things, all these big things and whatnot. And it triggers all the way down to where people become a show-off. Now they just about showing off, although they don't really have anything really to show other than falsehood, or even if they're trying to advertise, like cigarettes, alcohol, gambling. They're really showing that stuff off. All that stuff leads to the hellfire things, or it leads to things that lead. You understand? Like we all have mistakes and errors. But you have to remember, for a believer to have a perfect way of life, they have to remember to say Alhamdulillah. To say praise be to Allah, Alhamdulillah, when things are looking up and good. And be patient about it. Be humble about it. Like, yes, Allah has given all of us already great things or something that is destined for us, that is going to really elevate us. Even like your birthday coming up, right? Who can stop you? As long as you're alive, you're going to have a birthday. Nobody's going to be able to stop that. Allah Ta'ala is in control of that. So you have to remember that when you're humble and you thank Allah, Allah raises your status. But if you're a show off and you're boastful and you're arrogant, Allah Ta'ala, He decreases and diminishes your status. That's why you have like celebrities today like Will Smith, right? Look how things were for him, He's been in comedies and on TV in the spotlight since he was a teenager. Now after all that show and greatness and all that, he says, why not? I'm going to walk on stage and I'm going to do this thing because I'm entitled to it. Then what happens? Then they start to pull endorsements. You're not qualified no more. We don't want this kind of... But they're the ones who built this shayatinic way. This is like Iblis way. So you have to be careful. A believer, when things are hard, they say, MashaAllah. They say, this is the way Allah decreed it. And they're patient about it. They know that Allah has a better plan. Allah did this for a reason only known to Him. And you trust in Him, He will show you, He will teach you what that reason was. So don't be broken and let shaitan get the best of you. Likewise, when things are really looking up, don't think that you did anything. You didn't do anything. Allah Ta'ala did. Mankind doesn't do anything. So that's why you say, Alhamdulillah, this is what Allah Ta'ala did for me. And then Allah will raise you. He will make things easier and better and more understanding. He will teach you. You have to have hope in Allah's mercy, and that involves His teaching, His knowledge, all these things. You have to be fearful of Allah's punishment, and that's how you're going to stick to the way Allah has prescribed in the Quran. People who are not fearful of Allah's punishment, they don't care about the Quran, they don't care about prophets, they don't care about angels, they don't care about the day of judgment. They're not afraid of Allah, so they don't have the taqwa is what I'm saying. You understand? Taqwa, you have to have fear of Allah's punishment. It could be here, it could be there, it could be both. We don't know, right? We have to be fearful, only He knows. We also have to be hopeful in His love, His compassion, His mercy. 99% of it is saved for us in the akhirah. So we have to have hope in that. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. It's all about practice. If you really want it, you will practice it. Just look at those who are going to the Olympics and you see them there. Do you really think they didn't practice at all? What Olympic gold medalist do you know that can say when they interview them, I did not practice? Yeah, it was easy. No. They talk up a storm about how difficult, how hard it was, and how they're so thankful that it worked out at the end of the day. This is what they're about. So you have to be smart. You have to hold on to your Quran, hold on to what Allah has given you. It is much better. Imagine on the day of judgment, Allah is going to ask, what did you do? Oh, I had class and I would just study. No. Why did you do that? In your schooling, you had project after project, class after class that you were struggling for how many years you've been in? What grade are you in? You? For 5 or for 3 or for 4 years or for the rest of your career. For the rest of your career, you're going to be on this track, establishing what your career is going to be, establishing the practice and the experience and the that and the that. And you did all of that for 20, 30, 40 years if Allah enables you. What did you do for the Quran? How much of it did you actually do in all those years? I stopped when I graduated from middle school. Right? Does it make sense? Why did you stop after 1 year not even doing homework and continue on with something that I didn't even ask you to do? Allah did not send you the message of any of these things. He sent you the message of His Quran. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. Read in the name of your Lord who created you. When you go to school and they tell you to start reading, do they tell you Bismillah Rahman Rahim? Come on. We have to be serious about who we are, why we're here, what we're destined for. We're not destined for this life. This life, Allah already prescribed everything that's going to happen to us. There's no way it's going to miss us. Nobody can do anything about it. If it's good and it's destined for us, nobody can stop it from happening. Only Allah. If it's bad, it's destined, the whole world cannot stop. Who stopped COVID from coming? Who stopped the COVID-19? Who stopped it, the virus? Anybody? Did it stop?
No.
When it came, could anybody stop it? No, nobody. See, they couldn't even stop it. Nobody could stop it. This is how Allah does. Allah will send a mosquito into a giant and it killed it. Simple. He doesn't even need to do anything. He just needs to say the word and it happens. He himself, he will just say the word. His angels immediately respond. They don't have to worry. When Allah's decree comes that my time is coming, the angel of death will come to me. Allah himself does not come to me. The angel of death has one angel he sends. Poof, you're gone. Finish. Your time's up. Imagine that. Nobody's going to stop it. Nobody. Nobody's been able to walk out of their grave and say, guess what, guys? I got the right insurance, I'm telling you. It's never going to happen. Allah is the one who does that. So